Well, guys, 2025 was a big year for me, not because of what happened in pickleball as a whole, but because how much I changed as a player and as a person. This year pushed me harder than ever. It broke me down at times and built me back stronger. I learned things on the court that I'll carry forever, and I'm excited to share the real story with you, the grind, the breakthroughs, and the moments that mattered to me the most. So welcome to 2025 Pickleball Recap. So I made a promise to myself. 2025 would be the year that I leveled up, not just in rating, but in discipline, resilience, and the love for the process. And another promise I made that day was one that felt almost impossible at the time. It was that I was going to play on the Carvana PPA Tour for the first time. I thought it was crazy at first and unachievable, but then I told myself I'll earn my debut in 2025 no matter what it took. So I turned my basement into a real training lab, pickleball machine loaded every day, dumbbells, medicine ball, Bosu, bands, kettlebell. I built routines inspired by the best, Ben Johns, his consistency, his patience, his work ethic. And so I committed to recovery like it was a part of the game. Normatec boots, red light therapy, massage gun, ice plunge when I needed it, because I knew if I wanted to train like a pro, I had to recover like one. Fast forward to September, and my second promise came true. I made my PPA debut at the Cincinnati Slam, walking onto those courts, competing in U16 men's doubles on the same stage as the pros. It hit me hard how far the daily grind has taken me. 7-day drill cycles with the Furlihong, 2 to 3 hours covering every zone, baseline defense, transition speed, kitchen control, high reps on third shot drops until they became instinct, dinking patterns till my hands stopped shaking under pressure. Functional fitness became non-negotiable, circuits with the 12-pound medicine ball for rotational power, Bosu lunges for court balance, heavy dumbbell swings to build that explosive first step. I tracked everything, reps, heart rate, how shots felt. Some days were brutal, arms were burning, mind screaming to quit, but I kept going. And slowly, things shifted. My serve got deeper, returns more aggressive, and I started winning the soft game, holding my own in long dink rallies without forcing errors. I learned to breathe, really breathe, mid-rally, down a point, feeling the pressure, deep breath, reset, next ball. That one habit changed matches for me. Then, the moment I've been training for, the PPA Cincinnati Showcase in September. I competed in U16 men's doubles at the Lindier Family Tennis Center, the same venue as the pros, same energy in the air. Walking onto that court, heart pounding, but all those basement hours kicked in. We fought hard, played deep into brackets, and forced kids who have been on my radar for years. Every rally felt earned. Win or lose those matches, I walked off knowing I belonged there. My game had grown enough to compete at that level. And then, the moment I'll never forget. I met Ben Johns, the world number one. I got to take a picture with him right before he was about to go on championship court for semifinals Saturday with Gabe Tardio for men's doubles. Cincinnati wasn't just a tournament, it was proof that the grind was working, proof that I was growing into the player that I wanted to be. But growth isn't linear. There were setbacks, days I played tight, days I lost matches I should have won, weeks where progress felt invisible, times I doubted if all the sacrifice, less hanging out, more early mornings, and more discipline was even worth it. I learned to sit with that debut, to trust the process even when results lagged, to celebrate small wins, a cleaner drop, a better split step, staying calm after a bad call. I learned resilience, how to lose with grace, analyze without self-hate, come back the next day hungry again, and I learned balance. Recovery days weren't optional, they were scared. Family time, school, rest, all of it kept me grounded. And those lows, they shaped me more than the highs. So who am I at the end of 2025? A stronger player, higher rating, sharper weapons, tougher mentally, but more than that, a better person, more patient, more disciplined, more grateful for every rally. The lessons I'm carrying forward: consistency compounds small daily reps, beat occasional big efforts, breathe through high pressure 1 point at a time. Recovery is training. Growth feels slow until it doesn't. Community matters, thanks to my partners, coaches, family, and you. The day before the Cincinnati Slam, I wasn't in the basement anymore. I was finally here, Lindeer Family Tennis Center, on the same courts that the pros would be on the next day. I got there early, linked up with a few other juniors who were also in town for the event, guys I'd seen on brackets, followed online, and respected from a distance. We found an open court and just played, ramping up longer rallies, competitive points, fist bumps, trash talk, smiles, no refs, no brackets, just pure pickleball. But honestly, those games felt different than any rec play before. I could feel the work showing up. Hello guys, welcome back to today's Pickleball. I'm super excited to announce this and announce to all you that I'm doing my 2025 season recap video, and I'm so excited to kind of just do a sit down and kind of just understand deeper and what happened in this kind of tournament event. So unfortunately, I wish I had match footage to show you, but I don't. I wish I had someone to film for me, but I promise you to all my viewers, I will have match footage and tournament footage and rec footage every single time I play. I will have footage to upload to you guys so that you can learn from my mistakes and watch my footage and help me out a little bit. So you notice I'm in a different area, filming in a different area, testing a new maybe office room setup to film in, new microphone. Sound's going to sound a lot better. Camera's going to be more higher quality. All my video productions are going to be improved, and they're going to be to the next level for Say's Pickleball. So, I've been doing this YouTube channel for about a year now, and I really just want to bring the video production to another level. So I will be probably making videos once every 2 to 3 months now. So to be lower rate, but very high production quality, and I promise I will get the max quality that I can get to you guys. Okay, so let's get into the Cincinnati Veolia tournament review. So I wish I had match footage to show you, but I don't. I wrote some things down on my script here so that I can tell you guys and remember what to tell you about the tournament. So let me just paint the picture for you. We got there that morning. Energy at Lindeer was electric. Pros hitting right next door. They were literally on championship court. When I was playing, it was Kate Fahey versus Catherine Parento singles, I think, women's singles. I was on court G16 or G18, so not too far from championship, right there. If you've ever been to a PPA at that venue, you will know what I'm talking about. What court I'm talking about. So let me find this 1 second. Okay. Hold up. Lost my notes here, but okay. So the first match was against Ford and Bone Cassidy. Solid team, brothers. I think they came out strong. I think they're twins actually. Very good. They're actually from California, and they are baseball players, and they are very, very good pickleball players. I would say close to 5-0. I think at the time of the tournament, they were like 4-7 and 4-5. They took, it was best of 3, so they took the first game 11-4. We played good. It was honestly a wake-up call. They're fast. Their pace was fast. Their hands were quick. We got caught pressing a little early. That is true. So, like, the thing with good teams is you can't press early because the better the team is, you have to make them play your game. Like, you can't just press everything, attack everything, bang everything, because you're just going to get countered and you're going to get destroyed. I would say if you're playing, okay, 3-0, 3-5, 4-0, I would say even up to maybe, probably 4-0, you can bang and just destroy people because they can't figure it out. But when you get to these higher levels, they're going to just counter you and then you're going to get destroyed. So that's the thing. You reach that limit where you're like, okay, I can't just bang to win anymore. I actually have to use strategy, use certain techniques to my advantage, make them play my game. I have to dink a lot in order to beat this team. That's kind of how it works when you play at the higher level. So yeah, we got caught pressing a little early, but even in that one, felt some good stuff. A couple clean thirds, some dinks that worked. Um, It was a good game. I think that, when you play your first game in a PPA tournament, it's obviously you're gonna be tense and you're gonna have some jitters and you're not gonna be like perfectly calm. I for some reason, every time I play tournaments, I happen to be like perfectly calm and I'm chilling. Like I'm not too bothered by anything and I'm which is I think is a good thing. Um and I just felt really calm during the whole thing. So yeah. So we played the second game. Final score was 11-2. We didn't win that either. But I think we played the game better because the thing is that we made them play our game. So, I think when you're making a team play your game, at least you are at a 50-50 even chance. So, for example, there was this one play I'll never forget. I think this will like stay ingrained in my mind for like so long. There was this one point where we were dinking. I was thinking of Ford Cassidy, I think, cross court. I was playing the right, so it was my backhand because I'm lefty. It was my backhand, and I probably hit 10, 15 cross court dinks, and then I got a speed up off the bounce opportunity with my forehand. So he had a dink right to the middle, and I was like, me, I'm gonna take it. I took it, ripped it up the middle. It was probably the best speed up off the bounce I've had ever, let alone the fact that it was in a PPA like Cincinnati tournament, which was so cool. So that made it even cooler. The fact that I did it in that scenario, which was pretty cool. So that was really cool. That was probably one of my biggest highlights of the tournament, just for that reason, because it was so cool. Um, so yeah, that it was good. I think it was a good match to learn from, but it's double elimination, so we are not out of the tournament yet. We still had one more match to play. Even if we lost the first one, which we did. So the next match was against Dominic Osborne and Braden Brown. This one was way closer. Ended up going to 3 games. I don't know why I wrote that down. Well, it wasn't 3 games. It was only 1 game to 15, and you have to score 15 points instead of 11. So that's how the second bracket works. You have to score 15 points once. Boom, done. You're moving on. So final score ended up being 10-15. We didn't win, but I don't know how we didn't win this one because we were doing things right. Well, actually, I think I do now that I reflect on it because I think what happened is that in maybe about the first to mid part of the game, for some reason, they were serving the ball really hard, and me and my partner could not return it for some reason. I don't know why. And I didn't feel like jittery. Like I was calm, I was chilling, and for some reason, just we could not return their serve, and they were just ripping serves, and just they were getting all their points off of serves. But we ended up going on a little bit of a run, maybe to like 7 or 8, and then they went to like I'm pretty sure they were at like 14 or 13. I think they were at like game point, and we just somehow were coming back, and I was like, we're gonna win this game. And then we somehow didn't. And then I'm like, yep, all right. So yeah, score ended up being 10-15. We didn't win. Definitely pretty disappointing. That was probably the most disappointing one. Like, I didn't expect to beat Ford and Bone Cassidy. Like, they ended up getting bronze later in the tournament. So I mean, they're a very good team. But for some reason, I always think to myself that I can beat the number one team easier than I can beat the two teams that I played in this tournament. Why do I think that? Well, the reason I do is because I always say to myself, like, what it is true. Like, I don't just say this to say this. Like, it is true, and definitely for me, and maybe for other people too. But when I play lower level people, I feel like I don't play that good. When I play higher level people, like 5-0, I feel like I'm playing 4-9, maybe even 5-0 level. Like, I play so good. But when I'm playing 3-0, it's not good. Like I'm playing like a 3-5 and it's genuinely concerning. So I think that it's definitely helps the better of the person that you play for me at least because I adapt. I play up and I adapt. So that definitely helps. So yeah, I don't know, just for me. But comment down below if you kind of think the same way as that, like where if you play better teams, you play better. There were some long rallies, great moments, great gets where our communication clicked. That is true. I remember a couple stretches where we were right there trading points at the kitchen, feeling the flow. We had chances, but they edged us out at the end. Yeah, we took the losses, didn't end up medaling, but I think that was a great experience for my first PPA tournament, and I did it at one of the best tournaments of the year, the Cincinnati Slam. 2,000 points if you did win. If you do win. But yeah, definitely a great first PPA tournament experience. Um, so yeah, that was interesting. So, but here's what stuck with me. I didn't fall apart mentally. Old me would have gotten frustrated after the first match. Yeah, we'll admit that is pretty true. I feel like I'm really, really deeply developed on my mental game, and I'm to the point where if I lose the first game, I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna just crash out and be like, all right, I suck, I can't win anymore. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I can take that and be like, all right, I can still win the next one. We're not out of the tournaments. It's double elimination, single elimination tournament. It's a little diff, but I'm just saying for double elimination tournaments, you just have to have that mindset where you're like, you lose the first one, you're not out. You still can fight for bronze. Like, you can still do something to come back. It's not over yet. So definitely glad that I didn't get frustrated after that first one. So carried it into the second, started forcing shots this time after every side out. I breathed, reset, talked strategy with my partner, stayed patient. That is true. You just have to stay present, stay patient, do what you got to do. Walked off those courts proud because against good teams, really good junior teams, my game held up. The basement work has really showed, and the recovery has paid off that I belonged on that stage. Yeah, I think that's true. I think all that tournament, or not tournament. I'm sorry, that basement work. If you don't know, I have a basement in my. I have a pickleball court in my basement that I built, and I use it pretty much daily. And I think that really does help having somewhere where you can just go down, even when you can't access your local facilities. I think it really does help. Just being able to, whether it's could range from testing a paddle up to doing a practice every single day, which is personally what I do. I do clinics with people. I like to coach people, and I do a lot of that stuff. So I think it really does help to have somewhere where you can go and just kind of have your own spot. Just it's your own spot, and it's private, and it's great, and it really does help. But yeah, the base work showed. The feeling that knowing all those hours actually translated when the lights were brightest. That's why Cincinnati was defining moment of 2025, of my 2025. It wasn't about the scores. It was proof that the process works, proof that I'd leveled up, not just in rating, but in toughness, discipline, and belief. Very true. I think all those hours of practice really did pay off. Like, I genuinely think it improved me. It showed. It really did. And left me hungry, way hungrier for 2026. And then right after everything, I got that moment with Ben Johns. That was pretty cool. I'll put the video on screen right now. Um, that was pretty cool. Like, that was definitely one of the coolest parts of the tournament because it was just so cool. Like, he's always been one of my favorite players. Maybe even if probably my favorite, because I just love the way he handles things. Like, he's so calm, and he's always just so, he almost looks like he's just on autopilot. Like, he's never too high, never too low. Always the same, but he plays amazing. He's so talented. So it's pretty cool that I got to meet him. He was about to go on center court for to play with Gabe Chardio men's doubles semifinals. So semifinal Saturday that I took that picture with him. Um, and that was pretty cool. I also saw Annalie Waters. She was This is before she got her dog. Is his name Archie? Archers? Um, but yeah, she was on the other side of championship court, and I saw her walking with her dad, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have, because I wanted to get a ball signed by her, but it was like it didn't really work out. But yeah, I saw Andre Diascu, I saw Anna Bright, even like out of the games, like I saw all these people. So it's pretty cool. Like, they're all in like the same zone. It's like really cool, like how the PPA does that, where you play with the pros, like you're literally playing alongside the pros, like you are very close to them. So it's really cool. Yeah, so the first day that I got there, it was really cool because I walked in and it was like immediate overstimulation in a good way. Because when I got there, it was like the massive venue. Because I think that venue just got redone, like, I want to say that last year. Like, it's very new. It's a very new venue and it's fresh. So I walked in and I was just like, wow, this is insane. Like, you go from practicing in a basement to this. It's like, wow, really? That's just how it works. And it was just such a cool moment in time where it was like everything paid off and it worked out. So that was pretty cool. First match I watched was the last one of the day. I got there. I was like, I had to rush to the venue because I was like, we got to get there. We got to get there. We got to see the last game because I really wanted to get a pro match at least before I had to play the next day. And I did. I watched Fetty Stackshard, my man, and Hayden Petchquin versus Jaume and Dylan Frazier. So that was super fun to watch. And Anna Bright was literally just sitting in the stands chilling. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So I also watch Anna Bright's, she does like tournament recap videos. So those are really cool. I watch those a lot and I love those tournament recap videos. Please keep doing those because they're fire. But yeah, that was super cool to see all that stuff and just a great, great PPA first tournament experience. So pretty fire. So yeah, super excited. For tournament schedules for the future, I am going to be playing in PPA Cape Coral next year, 2026. And this is not set in stone yet. I'm just going to say this though, because it is possibly in the works. I might be playing with the Pickleball twins. I don't know which one I'm playing with yet. But it could be one of them. Possibly that was the partner that I want to play with. So for mixed, obviously, maybe might play singles. And my partner actually from Cincinnati, he's going to be in Cape Coral while I'm playing there. So that's pretty cool. But he unfortunately injured his shoulder, so he can't play, which really does stink because I would be willing to definitely play another PPA event with him. Like I enjoyed playing with him, and I would definitely do it again. But yeah, I mean that's all. That's okay because I can still play mixed and singles possibly. So I do want to show you some clips of my singles games. Definitely, I will definitely maybe play and I will do a lot of tournament recording at the venue. Like I will try to record every single tournament game, even rec games. Like I'll record all of them because I want to. It helps me and it helps you guys to show what I can do better and just improve on in general. So it really does help with all that stuff. Yeah, so I definitely want to improve that. I will get, high quality cameras, high quality microphones to get courtside footage of wherever I play on the courts. So that'll be really good because I actually really do enjoy watching myself play because it helps me to say, all right, I did this wrong. Here's how to fix it. And I can watch how to fix it. For example, if it's a paddle angle thing, I can be like, okay, just flip your grip a little bit and change it. I mean, it's minor tweaks when you get at the very, very high level that can really make the difference because, at the lower levels, obviously, it's not going to really affect, but at the higher levels, you're playing with such speed and precision. Minor tweaks can really make the difference. So, yeah, super cool. So, this is probably going to be my last video of 2025, maybe for long form content. I will be uploading shorts probably weekly, every once or twice a week. But yeah, I am super happy about this 2025 season and how much it's improved me. So thank you guys for the support. Probably see you guys next year because this could be the last video. So I don't know, based on how the schedule works. See you guys next time. Peace.